What's going on?
See the show Honey Boo Boo, and if so, would you transform into Honey Boo Boo?
No. I've seen clips of it, and this is not going to be a popular answer, but I'm a dad. I think it's an abomination. I think it's an abomination. And I feel nothing but pity for her. You. Sure. Next. Who's the youngest fan I've ever seen watch the show? I do try to actually watch fans while they're watching the show. It's sometimes hard to get through the azaleas to look through the window. But I'm nimble. I have no idea. I do remember being at a convention one time at the hotel bar, back when the karaoke party was held in a bar. And it was about 1:30 in the morning, and a woman had her 6-year-old daughter with her. And she said, "My daughter is a huge fan of the show. Would you say hi to her?" And I said hi to her, the little girl, went upstairs and wept openly. I was thinking, wow, kid's 6. I don't know, the show is scary to me. Like, the topics are heavy. It's a dark show. So I never think of it as being kid-friendly. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think is the age to start watching Supernatural?
13.
13? 12, 13, somewhere in there? 16, 68? Maybe 10 late in the day? Alright, here we go.
You always read the same sentence. Is there anything?
There is significance behind the second. I always wear the same, and by the way, for those people who want to know what designer I'm wearing, it's bathroom drain chain from the hardware store. 69 cents a foot. I'll make this brief because it's not funny, but I directed a short film many years ago with an old buddy of mine who was my college roommate, college friend, and then my roommate for years after that. And he and I made a short film that I wrote and directed and he started, and we were shot in a thrift store, and they were selling these for $1 a pop. So I bought it, he bought it, and we were both wearing them for a while. He got cancer and died.
Oh.
I still wear mine. There's the answer. Yeah, you. It's happening. Here, stand up so I can get your mic.
If you weren't acting, what would you do?
If I was not acting, what would I be doing? If I was not in the industry at all? I think marine biologist. I'm an avid scuba diver and a big fan of the ocean, and I think I pondered majoring in that for a moment, so that would probably be that. Sure. Here goes the hug bit. Lovely.
So the trickster, who's the biggest trickster?
You know, it's always disappointing to people, I think. She asked who the biggest trickster on the set is. In the episodes I've done, there isn't anybody tricking anybody on the set. Because it's honestly so busy to get done the material. And I'm sure they've done 100 and some odd episodes. I'm sure they have stories of people goofing around and funny things happening and jokes being played. But in my specific experience, nothing. No, that's okay. My feelings weren't hurt. I don't come home from the day of work and going, you know what? Nobody screwed with my stuff. This is weird. Yes?
You make a lot of references to the state.
Wait a minute. You're asking me if I've read 50 Shades of Grey? I sat on that stage at a convention and did a live reading of 50 Shades of Grey with old what's-his-face. I have not read the book, but I've read a few passages with old what's-his-face in a live reading that somebody had us do, and they brought a book for the Q&As. And it was great reading.
What do you do when you aren't acting?
What do I do when I'm not acting? Well, I do, if I'm not doing anything industry related, I go to the beach a lot. I have family, so I spend an awful lot of time with my family. And honestly, swim. We're water people. We space. So we do an awful lot of swimming, ocean, pool, that kind of stuff. That's our time killer.
I just wanted to say that every time I see you on the Pepsi commercials, it brightens my day.
Well, thank you.
And I was wondering, while working in directing or otherwise in the industry, what was the moment that most impacted your life or career?
That's an interesting question. What has had the biggest impact on my career? A lot of little things. Probably, this is, and I've told this story before, but probably the thing that had the biggest impact on me as an actor and changed my, that is weird. It looks really important. It keeps getting bigger? Well, for the love of Pete Simone, go to the stupid registration desk. And get glasses. Okay, the question was, something in my acting career that's had the biggest impact on me. Man, every time I'm on a set, every time I'm auditioning for anything, I'm learning. It's a fascinating process, probably like all of us in our jobs. It's always new and different, and sometimes you learn from the negative, sometimes you learn from the positive. But I remember specifically when I got cast in Band of Brothers, which was an interesting process. Thank you. Interesting process in itself, getting cast in Band of Brothers, because I had to, meet Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg, which is a very surreal experience to do. And then I was cast, and the production office gave us the names of guys, the veterans, to call, and that we could talk to about our characters and get some information about the war and all that stuff. But one of the guys they gave me the number for was Don Malarkey, and Don Malarkey was an actual veteran, and I played Skip Muck. Skip and Don were best friends through the war. And I called Don Malarkey, and we were speaking, and I was asking questions that a young, naive actor would ask somebody about a man who's about to play. What was he like? What were your favorite things about him? What were your least favorite things about him? Did he have any quirky habits? Blah, 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 blah. And in the middle of talking about it, 5 minutes in, Don Malarkey burst into tears and hung up the phone. And that was the most profound moment I've had as an actor. Because at that moment I realized it is so not about me. It's about the real experience and the real people. And to me, acting in general, the acting I like, and it can be big and broad and funny, but if it's not played from a real place, I don't like it. I'm not a slip on the banana peel fan. I love humor, but I like it to come from an honest place. And I think, I know it's a giant leap, but it just solidified my feeling that being honest on screen is the most important thing you could ever do, whatever you're playing. And talking to Don Malarkey and talking to Bill Garnier and talking to those actual guys who fought in the war that we were about to pretend to fight on a set with cameras and sofas to relax in and trailers to change in, made me realize how insignificant what I'm doing is in the grand scheme of things, and so it's my job just to do it to the best of my ability, to try to do it right. So that was my moment. You. Simone, if I have to beat you over the head with this microphone and drag you to the registration desk, if we all have to stand and hoist you under our shoulders and parade you to the registration desk, for the love of God, go. Yes?
I just have a dumb question, but
There are no dumb questions.
do you prefer DallasCon or Chuck Norris?
That is a really stupid, dumb question. I'm kidding. I'm gonna go old school on you. I'm gonna go Chuck Norris. Do you have a favorite? Jackie Chan. That's why we can never date. That's great. No, I'm kidding. We can date. Totally date. Good question.
Chris?
Of course. And the hugging goes.
And since you're an angel, or you were an angel, and he died, was he an immortality, and if so, could you like help Sam, Dean and Cass do it?
Sure. What do you think?
Well, I think they have seen them who tried to help them not die by all the evil monsters that tried.
So you're saying he's not there, aren't you?
I refuse to believe he's dead.
You and me, sister. You and me. Yes. My craziest fan story? I was at a convention one time, and I do these things for 3 days, typically. And I was at a convention, we had done a karaoke party, we had done photo ops, we had done a Q&A, and we had done a cocktail party, and still, there was one woman that did not know the name of old What's-His-Face. And I became concerned that maybe she was having a stroke, because you would have to have a medical issue to not remember dreaming, svelte, old What's-His-Face. I'm not talking to you yet.
In the episode Changing Channels, if you were in Sam and Dean's place, which channel would you most and least like to be stuck in?
If I were in their place, okay, I wouldn't want to be stuck on QVC. And I think in terms of Gabriel, I would really like to be stuck on the Playboy channel. Not me personally, that's classless. But Gabriel, I feel like he'd go that way. You.
My friend actually wants me to ask what your favorite meat is.
Okay, go ahead and ask.
What's your favorite meat?
Crab legs. Yeah, not only do I like to swim in the ocean, I like to eat the ocean. Big crab leg fan. You win this round, man. Touche, sir. Touche. There we go. Look, cock of the walk. So proud of yourself over there. Really? I was just wondering that myself. What do you think it would be like?
Lots of candy.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Exactly what I was going to say. We think alike. Over here.
How did you feel when you read that Gabriel was going to die?
Poopy. I felt poopy. Now, you know what? I think I died in the first one too, didn't I? I got stabbed in Tall Tales, and I get killed a lot. And I get killed twice in that episode. So I remember reading the episode and going, oh cool, making out with the girl, that's awesome. Oh man, she kills me. And oh, I'm back to life, that's awesome, that's cool. Ah, damn it. He kills me. But hey, I get to do a porno. So, I went out with a bang. Look, I was disappointed in terms of I like doing the show, but I also understand that creating interesting drama is right this way, please. Your seat, sir. Right. No, don't mind me. It's interesting when you do a show and you take characters that people like and you kill them. It works. It makes for good drama. Anybody here a fan of a show called Game of Thrones? Me too.
Oh, they kill so many people.
And they have killed some of my favorite people.
Tell Drogo!
But I understand why. It makes for good drama. It makes for good television. So, as much as I hate to be part of
Be killed by 12 people, not
good
5
television,
poisoning.
it is what it is. Time out.
My friend just bought me all the books.
What? What the hell? Okay, I answer one more question. You, what's up? Last question. Make it meaningful, buddy. All you.
Can I get a picture of you?
What? No! Lame! Lame! Lame last question. You. Here.
Go nuts. Right. Hello, everyone. So, you were saying earlier that you like human beings who real ways, like some are real. So, where's Gabriel's here from? In what place did he come to where he decides to teach lessons and improve the power of humor?
Ooh, that's
Very interesting question. Where does his humor come from? And it's, I figured this out. The writers. They write the funny things, and then I decide, no, I think, obviously he picks a vessel that is a trickster vessel to hide in. He's obviously a fan of that humor. So, you know, because he's pretending to be a trickster for so long, and he's fooling everybody, so obviously he has a dark sense of humor to start with. Also, psychologically, many times, younger brothers who aren't as tall or as strong as their older brothers don't use that kind of strength to win wars. They use their wit and their sharp tongue and their sense of humor. And I believe that actually psychologically plays into a lot of what drives Gabriel. Now, I have to go. Really? That was so phoned in. But before I do, two things. Number one, this is my rant. I'm going to say it until the end of November. If you are 18 years old or over,
Vote.
vote. November. I do not care who you vote for. I want you to go to the ballot box. Men and women serve this country in uniform, put themselves in harm's way to ensure that you have the right to do it. Do not disrespect your country. It is the most patriotic thing you can do, and it is your duty as an American to vote. And, more importantly, what in the name of hell was that man's name?